Yo, 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 boys and girls, what is going on? It's your boy Peter here, aka Peter Freako 10, baby. And it's time for another update. Hell yeah. Got some stuff I picked up recently, and boy, oh boy, am I pumped to show some of this stuff, because some of this stuff I actually have been wanting to check out for a while. Some of these are newer films I saw this year that I really enjoyed. Some of them are old stuff. And with the year coming to an end, I have some reviews coming. This one in particular I've been playing a lot of, Fallout 3, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on it soon, so you're gonna see a review on it. That's coming. I'm also working on a review of Left 4 Dead, because I just beat that and I'm playing the second one, so I want to give my thoughts on the first, so when I get to the second one I can give my review of it and all that sort of thing. So that's what's to come, and I have The Last House on the Left movie. And as I mentioned, as you guys know, next year, whenever the week comes and goes, like depending on the week and what's going on, I plan to review new films as well as old films, and kind of make that a switch around every week. Like one week I talk about an old film, the next week I talk about a newer film. So you guys are going to see that this year. I'm going to write them up and give my thoughts. So be on the lookout for that, along with the Let's Plays. But with that said, got a huge heaping of games and films I've gotten this past month, and I figured why not show them off right now. I have like a couple of strategy guides, one comic book that actually came with a pre-order for a game I got, and I actually got the poster in there. I'll show it at the end. But let's start off. I got like two strategy guides, one comic book, and 3 games, or 4 games, I take that back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 DVDs, and actually 14, and a couple 4Ks, and actually 15, and 4 DVDs. So got a lot from showing this past month. And we're going to start off with the comic book I got. This is for a game that I plan to play soon. This is for a game that I think looks absolutely bonkers. I think it is a very cool idea of it. I've been talking with my friends about it at my job, and they all think it looks cool. And I liked the idea that they set around it. Was like Legend of Zelda meets what was it, God of War, and it has that sort of RPG mechanics, and that is for the comic book of Darksiders. I actually got a pre-order for it, and I got the comic book with it. Very cool art, I gotta say. I'm gonna read this a little bit later while working, and just amazing ass art. Definitely looks very cool. Definitely makes me excited to play the game and everything. Definitely gonna do a Let's Play of it. And just all around fantastic art by Joe Madureira. I think I'm saying his name right. But yeah, really love this. I think it's fantastic. Can't wait. If you guys don't know what Darksiders is, it's about this guy. You're playing as this guy named War, who's basically has to redeem himself after he's been on Earth and he did something. He's one of the 7 gods, like you have death and all that stuff. He's one of them, and it looks very cool, especially with the fact that Mark Hamill's actually one of the voices, and they unleashed a video showing him behind the scenes, so that's very cool. But that's Darksiders. Can't wait to play that, going with the PC version, and I'm gonna get the poster and I will show that. It's a very cool ass poster, for those wondering. Actually, it's a 2-sided poster that actually came with the book itself, and it looks very cool, designed by Joe Madureira. This is the front, but the cover there, but I actually think this one looks cooler, so I'm going to get a frame for this, and I'm going to put it in there. So yeah, that is Darksiders, the poster as well, so put that over there. Now to the games that I actually got, and the first game that I got, this is one that I've been very pumped for, and as you guys have seen, I've been doing a Let's Play of it, and I am addicted to this game. I thought Fallout 3 was so addicting, and yes, this has some stuff scaled back, but I just like what this game is going for. I like the feel of it. I like the humor, and yeah, the story could use some work of what I've played of it so far, and yeah, I don't like the fact that some of the stuff in the game is told through text. so that kind of gets some points off. But I will say, this game is just a ton of fun. Definitely fun with co-op, and definitely has a good charm to it that I think other shooters could use, and that is Borderlands. Yes, been playing this a lot on the PC, and it's just all around a really great game. I got the 360 version too. I'll get that too. I'll be right back. I know I had to grab some stuff. But yeah, here's the 360 version as well, for those wondering. But yeah, for those wondering, Borderlands, this is basically a game. It's basically about this world called Pandora, where legend has it there was like this vault in the area that is filled with all these riches, and everybody in the area wants to get to it, and you're playing as one of these 4 vault hunters that you could choose, and you go through the area and do tasks, and you basically level up. It's sort of like Fallout 3. I would not say it's completely like it, because I know when this came out, when this was announced, I remember this was being compared to Fallout 3 and another game coming along the way called Rage, which I will look into. But it is very different. But all around, I'm having a blast with this game. I can't wait to review it once I beat it. And if you have not played it, I highly recommend you give it a play. Save it for a review, though. Along with that, though, I also got the strategy guide. Very good strategy guide. Some good artwork in there. And tells a lot what you could do. And also talks about the characters. So that's what you get there. And you'll see my deeper thoughts on it. If you definitely pick up the strategy guide if you want to do everything. But that's Borderlands. That's one I picked up. This is one I got on a win. I do enjoy the first one. I do want to do a Let's Play of it. I haven't done a Let's Play for this one yet, the first one yet, so I want to do that. That's why I haven't gone around to it. But that is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. I've heard nothing but rave reviews about this game. I've heard that it outdoes the first one in every conceivable angle, which is saying a lot considering the first one was such a groundbreaking PS3 title. So, yeah, but it looks like a lot of fun. Also has multiplayer and 3-player co-op, and just all around looks very good. I just want to play the first one first, because I did enjoy the first. It was very tough, though. We'll definitely do a Let's Play of it, but don't really know much about it, but Uncharted 2 looks very good. That's for the... And, of course, speaking of Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, which I have been playing, and I gotta say, I do like this more than the first one. I have a lot more fun with it. I think that the combat's a lot better. I like the opening scene, like the opening intro, the don 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 don. I like that song. That's so cool. But yeah, definitely looks a lot of fun, and from what I've played, it is a lot of fun. I think the locations are a lot more creative, because in the first one, as cool as they were, you were just going through the city and roads and alleys, nothing really much to it. This one seems like you're going through areas like New Orleans, the swamp areas, you go to a circus or a carnival, however you want to say it. But all around, looks like a real... It's just all around a lot of fun, the sequel, and the weapons also look a lot better and feel a lot better, and they have more, like, you can use not just particular guns, because in the first one it was very limited, and I'll talk about that in the review, but this one, you get a ton of more guns. You can use different types of ammo. You can use melee weapons like bats and pipes and crowbars, and what else can you get? So much to list. I'll get more into this when I review it. I want to do some more of it, but oh boy, here is one of the biggest games ever made, and one of the biggest one of the biggest sequels to one of the biggest games ever made, and I just absolutely have been playing the shit out of it. I went late at night to get it, and I got the collector's edition. I got the friggin' night vision, which are in there. I don't want to pull them out because they're up on the shelf, but this is a game that is blowing people away, and it is none other than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. If you guys have kept up my channel, you know I been playing the shit out of Call of Duty 4 and World at War, and I've also been doing this one too. I didn't want to do too much of this game because of the fact that because I don't want to rush through it. I learned my lesson playing Call of Duty 4 and how I rushed through that, and I beat the whole game in one sitting. That's something I don't want to do again because I just like this game a lot. I do feel like there is a part of me that does like this more than the first. I like the story a little bit more. I know some people say, like fucking Spoonie posted on Twitter talking about, it feels too much like a Michael Bay movie. I disagree with that. It still feels restrained like the first. And for a sequel, it's big enough to a point that it still feels grounded in the world. It's not like some people will say Transformer Revenge of the Fallen. I disagree. I like that film, but I don't think it's up to that level. I don't think it's trying too hard to be a Michael Bay movie. I think there's still some restraint in this. And it's just, there's some cool-ass stuff in this. Like the friggin' I like how this one mirrors the original COD 4 and how it opens with the training level. I like the cliffhanger level, and the snowmobile chase. And of course, you got to talk about No Rush, and I know that the fucking politics panties are in a twist over that. And it's just a cool-ass level. Well, I know some people will say, oh, it was too offensive. It's meant to show how much of a bad guy Makarov is, and I'll talk more about that when I get into the review. But I also like the tin case, too. I got it in. Very cool tin. So that's that, and I also like that. Got the strategy guide. Hardcover strategy guide. Very, very cool. Very cool to have this for the collection. So, yeah, we'll definitely be using this for multiplayer as well, but yeah, I love Modern Warfare 2. Definitely, I think up there with the first one. But yeah, those are the games I picked up right now. If you guys like any, but yeah, those are the games I picked up right now. And when I come back, we're going to talk about the Blu-rays and films I picked up. Alright, so moving on to the Blu-rays and the films I got. This first one that I got, this is one that a friend of mine recommended to me. I saw a little bit of it when it was out. I saw the ads for it because they were marketing it like crazy. This is when I was trying to get a new job, and I was just like looking at the trailers. I saw the standees for it, and I was like, oh wow, they're marketing this film like crazy. And just, I had no idea it was based off a book, but the bad guys, which it could be fun. I look at it, I kind of feel like this was done before in Sly Cooper. It's like, why didn't that get any praise, but this gets the pass? But it could be cute. I'm not going to dale on the movie because of that. I think it could be a fun little kids film. Basically, it's like these guys who are criminals, and they think that if they can just try to turn good, that they'll get leniency and like basically get more get a little bit more of a better reputation so that the law will lay off them. And it could be cute, and it's got a good cast too. Sam Rockwell from Argyle's in this, Craig Robinson from Pineapple Express, who else? Alex Borstein's in this from, from Family Guy. She was Lois. Zazie Beetz from Deadpool 2. And Orange is the New... I think she was in Orange is the New Black. Could be wrong. So it's got a good cast. Mark Maron's in this too, and yeah, that is one thing I will say. This does have a good cast, and the animation has that Spider-Verse feels, You know, I think that's where I sort of got, like, this is Sly Cooper. It was done better in Sly, which I still think it will be, but it could be cute. I'll give it a watch, and could be funny. It definitely, the Blu-ray itself has some features. You get a little short, deleted scenes, the making of Snake's Frozen Pop Shop, Assemble the Crew, table read from the drawing room, and much more. It could be nice. I'll give it a watch, and I'll tell you guys what I think of it. But that's The Bad Guys. This is one that I saw in the theater with my brother, and I had a blast with it. I'm surprised how much I liked this film, considering I didn't know much about this guy. But looking into him, I thought this was hilarious, and that is The Machine with Burt Kreischer. Basically, they took the story of... It's basically about, like, the story that he made up about how he joined the mafia, and basically he used that to his advantage, and he got famous because of it. Now, years later, they think he's the real Russian mafia actually thinks he's part of it, and they're trying to find him and kill him. It's a really funny movie. I really loved this film. Definitely goes back to what I miss about films, like this sort of mean-spirited, sort of like in-your-face sort of comedy, and it's definitely gory, definitely bloody, and some cool-ass action scenes for a comedy like this, and all around just a really fun time in the theater. But yeah, as I said, Burt Kreischer's in this, Mark Hamill, Jimmy Totaro, Stephanie Kurtzubi, Jimmy Gabor, Ava Rick, all around. It's a fun film. Definitely glad to have it. I will review it sometime in the future. But in terms of features, you got the premiere party, Burt Bruised and Brawlin', the action of the machine, outtakes and bloopers, deleted scenes, the making of the machine, and the cast of the machine. So all around, there's some good stuff there. This is one I got out of recommendation of my cousin, and he's recommended me quite a few films, and this is one of them. But X by Ty West, the same guy who did that piece of shit Cabin Fever 2. Basically, it's these people shooting a porno. They go up to this old lady's house, and chaos ensues, and they start getting picked off one by one. And it sounds like a slasher film. It's just A24 has this habit of just trying to be all artsy with movies when they don't need to be, and that's what I'm most worried about when watching this. But I'll give it a watch, and I'll be honest. I know this has another one coming called Maxine, and Pearl's another one, but still, overall, it could be some fun. I will definitely go give this a watch. Not much for features, though. Just that X Factor featurette, The Farmer's Daughters, and extended scenes. So, not much to really run home about. This is one that I've heard amazing things about. But in terms of the cast in this one, it's Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, who's making a name for herself now, Martin Henderson, Brittany Snow from that piece of shit Prom Night remake, and Scott Messerducci. And I'll give this a watch, and I'll give my thoughts on it. But moving on, this one I got because I heard amazing things about it. I heard a lot of people really, really enjoy this film, and I figured, you know what, I'll give it a watch, and that is Sisu. I know some have said it's like a Nazi sort of John Wick. I don't necessarily agree with that. In fact, my dad has seen this. It's quite different, but it's definite. It could have some fun, could have some good-ass gore in it, and definitely some cool-ass action. And don't really know much about the cast, but still. And for features, just the making of and the pushing boundaries and the visual effects. So, pretty much all there is. This is one that I just remember hearing about from Cody Leach, so I figured why not pick it up. I didn't even think that this film was even a real film. I thought it was some fake film that they just put on TV or direct to video. But I was surprised to learn that this actually did go into theaters. Studio 666 with the Foo Fighters, and basically they end up at this house and they get possessed. So it's their version of Evil Dead. But this could be fun. I'll definitely give this a watch. Again, not much for features. I think, yeah, Jenna Ortega's in this too. Jeff Garlin, Will Forte's in this. Whitney Cummings, Dave, and the entire cast of the Foo Fighters is there. But overall, we'll give this a watch. This is another one that my cousin recommended to me, and I figured, you know what, why not pick this up and see it? I'll watch it soon, just haven't had the time because work's been getting in the way, but that is Midsommar, which, yeah, Ari Aster, his new film is fucking dog shit. I'm sorry to say. His new film, that stupid Beau is Afraid, from what I've seen of it, not for me. I think that film looks terrible. I know my brother wants to see it. I don't know how, but if people want to see it and they like it, that's fine. But Ari Aster, that's off to a bad start. But still, I'll give this a watch. I'll give my thoughts on it. Basically, it's these people that go to this Swedish village where there's like this cult and everything, and they all get killed off one by one. Could be interesting thing, and I'll see if I like it. Again, not much for features. Let the festivities begin, manifesting Midsommar, and Bear in a Cage promo. So yeah, that's pretty much what you get out of it. Alright, so it's actually another day. I wanted to finish these up and just put them back, but pretty much, next film that I got, this is one that I wanted to see over the summer. I didn't get a chance to. It was supposed to be in 3D, but I'm very glad that I actually have this version because this is the 3D version, and that is The Final Destination. I really like the first three, so I figured why not get this for the collection. This also has a sneak peek of the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which I'm not too keen on because I love the original. It's not like the Friday the 13th remake where they did some stuff with it and made it its own. This is directly taking the original and trying to remake it. But this is the one I got, The Final Destination. This is the 3D Blu-ray of it. Very cool lenticular cover. Comes with the 2D and 3D version. Oops, sorry about that. Hit the computer. And there's the 3D glasses. May watch this and give my thoughts on it a little bit later. It'd be very cool to see this in 3D, see what I missed. And this does have some features. You get an exclusive look at the Nightmare on Elm Street movie, like I said. 2 alternate endings, the Final Destination pre-visualizations and storyboards, body count the deaths of the Final Destination, deconstructed key scenes, and some deleted scenes. Basically, this time, it's like these guys, they go to they go to this race car show, and like this car crash happens, and death's coming after them. So, that's just like the other ones. But it should be fun. Very good cast in it, too. Bobby Campo, Chantal Van Santen, Michael T. Williamson was in The First Power. He was also in Species 2. He was Bubba Gump and Forrest Gump. So, there's a cool cast right there. This is one that I got that I saw with my friend over the summer. And I really, really enjoyed this film. It's been a while since we had an R-rated comedy like this. And I had a blast with it. Strays. I can't believe this opened the same time as the fucking Barbie movie. I really can't, because I think this should have been just as successful. It's a really funny movie. I know some may agree with it, but, you know, is what it is. Their humor is their humor. I had a blast with it, though. Basically, it's an abuse story with, like, dogs. A abusive relationship story with dogs. It's basically about Reggie, played by Will Ferrell, whose owner is this real asshole, and basically he leaves him on the side of the street, and he has to find his way home to get vengeance on him with the help of this other dog. And it's just funny. I'm sorry to say, it's a funny fucking movie. I had a great time seeing this. You have a good cast in this. Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Isla Fisher's in this too. Randall Park, who was in that movie, The Interview. Josh Gad has a small role in this. Brett Gleeman, Will Forte. Just all around a really, really funny movie. I'll give a review on it another time. But Strays. This is one that I love, and I think this is my favorite film of this year next to Thanksgiving. And this is just one that I'm so fucking pissed it bombed because it deserved to do better. And it's another abuse victim story, but it's one that I actually love, and I think it had so much going for it. There's so much character to it that I'm just so amazed that people didn't go and see it. Renfield, yeah, I love this movie. I don't care what people say. I like the director, Chris McKay, who actually had a hand in that show, Moral Oral, and he directed this film. I thought he did a fantastic job. It's funny. It's so batshit insane and off the wall. I can't help but love it. I really can't help but love it because we don't get films like this anymore. And even though this bombed, I hope it doesn't persuade other people from trying films like this. I think it has a lot going for it. Basically, it's about it's a take on the Dracula story. You have Nicholas Hoult as basically the assistant to Dracula, played wonderfully by Nicolas Cage. If anything, I think this is his best performance since Con Air and The Family Man. He's having a ball in this movie, but he's his assistant and he treats him like shit, and he wants to get out and basically change his image. And so basically he ends up becoming involved in this group that's basically trying to kill him because he took out this gang member and everything. And he's helping this girl played by Aquafina, who I'm not even the biggest fan of. And even here, I'm like, yeah, she did fine. She's not the most annoying part in this. I think because they knew to hold her back. I know some people at my job are like, what? But I don't care. It's a fun-ass movie. It's gory. It's bloody. And it's just all around just one you have to see to believe. Don't listen to the fucking critics. And besides that, you have people like Ben Schwartz is in this. That was Sonic. Caroline Williams has a small part in this. And Marco Beltrami actually does the score for this. So there's a lot to like in it. And Shura Agata Solo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but it's just a fun movie. I highly oblige anyone to check it out. And for features, you get deleted extended scenes, alternate takes, Dracula Uncaged, and more. So very good for the collection to have. And here's one that I saw at the beginning of the year. I couldn't believe how much fun this is. I know I have some friends who don't like it, but you know what? That's fine. I enjoy it for what it is. Cocaine Bear. The title says it all. It's a bear on cocaine killing people. Directed by Elizabeth Banks. So I thought she did fine for what she had to do. She gave it the R rating it needed. And went all out. It is sad watching this because Ray Liotta's not with us anymore. And this is like one of the last things he got to do. But I think he does a good job with it. Yeah, you didn't need... Yeah, you could have not had... what's-her-face spend so much time on. The kids of Kerry Russell spend so much time on. But I think it's fun for what it is. So Cocaine Bear is fun. I like it. Basically, with this one, you get an alternate ending, deleted extended scenes, gag reel, and more. And I know I'm going to get a lot of sour faces with this one. This is another one that I liked. I know I have a couple friends of mine who have reviewed this, and they hate this movie's guts. But I saw this in the theater, and I had a blast with it. Evil Dead Rise. Yes, I know Bruce Campbell's not in it. Well, technically he is in it, but... So I know some will say it doesn't have the creativity of the first three, which, yeah, I'm not putting this above the first three. Evil Dead 2 is still my favorite. I do think, though, this kind of goes back to the feel of the first one, and that's why I like it. I thought the lead girl did fine for what she had to do. I actually think she's pretty hot in this. What's her face? I just want to get her name. Alyssa Sutherland. Lily Sullivan is the main girl. I thought she did well. I think it's a well-made film. I know some people say it felt direct-to-video. I really did not see that. I thought Lee Cronin did a great job directing it. I like the lighting he used, the shots, like when she's cooking the eggs and the camera's at her face like this. Yeah, you could have leaned off the homages. That is something I can understand. Like, you didn't need the spit the eyeball in the mouth. Here, I thought, as cool as it was to see, it just felt like it was like, hey, remember this? And it was done practically, so it was done well. And the CGI I thought was fine in some areas. Yes, but I like it. I had a blast with it. I definitely think this kind of goes back to the originals feel. It's not as good as the other ones, but I think it's fun for what it is. I know that I definitely think this is one of the funnest times I had in a theater this year, next to Thanksgiving and Renfield. But I like this movie. I do. I don't think it's as bad as some are saying. I know that there's that whole video where they screened it and Lee Cronin's up there and the two actresses, Sam Raimi and what's her face? The producer, and some kids in the audience like, this movie's fucking garbage! And then Bruce Campbell gets up in a shouting match, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here! That was great. But yeah, I really hope they do another one of this. I do want to see where they can go with it, if they can make it more creative again. And I just hope that they don't make it as lazy as some people are saying. Even though I didn't see it lazy, I hope they can go even more out with the next one, because Bruce Campbell admitted recently, we're definitely doing another one. But that's Evil Dead Rise. I really enjoy this movie. I'll give another review on it later. Sadly, no features. I don't know why this doesn't have any features. So weird. This is one that I saw also. Last Voyage of the Demeter. Basically, it's Dracula and Alien mixed together on a ship. And I like this one. I definitely do. I definitely think this one had some cool-ass scenes, like the ending. I like the look of the creature. I think it's a very cool looking creature. Sure, the kid getting killed in this. I think there's some good performances in here. Bear McCreary's score, I think, does well. I thought it was a fun film. I definitely do. I'll give a review on this another time. But you get like deleted scenes with an alternate opening, a commentary with the director and producer, The Pits of Hell, Dracula Reimagined, Evil is Aboard, The Making of the Last Voyage Demeter, and more. So there's that. I'll give a review of it another time. Here's one that I was recommended to by my cousin, who basically talked about this film, and I figured why not get it, and that is The Black Phone, which is this one about this kid. It's set in the 70s, and this kid gets kidnapped, and basically it's like this guy called the Grabber, who's played by Ethan Hawke. He's going around kidnapping kids and killing them. And Ethan Hawke is amazing in this movie. I gotta say, I think this is one of his best performances. That mask I thought was creepy as fuck. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I'll give thoughts on it a little later. Definitely really, really enjoyed it. But, yeah, in terms of other cast members, not too many I know of besides Ethan Hawke. But in terms of features, deleted scenes, answering the call behind the scenes of The Black Phone, Ethan Hawke's Evil Turn, a feature commentary, and more. So there's what we got right there for features. But that's The Black Phone. And I'm going to give this a stop right now so I can put some stuff away. And I will be right back and we will finish this up. Alright, so continuing on. If you guys hear my dogs in the background, they're barking for some reason. But finishing up, here's something that was recommended by my cousin to me, and I'm gonna watch these soon. I'll give my thoughts on it because these films look insane. But the two Terrifier films, you got the first one directed by Damien Leone, and the second one, which I got on the 4K. There are some features on this one, like a making of it, some commentary. Basically, it's these two girls getting stalked by this guy in a clown suit, played by David Howard Thornton, and craziness ensues. The sequel, though, it takes it up a notch, some crazy shit going on. And the features for this one include behind the scenes, the making of Terrifier 2 director's commentary, extended Boo Crew interview, and some fan art. So these two will be fun to watch and review. And the next one that I got, this is one that was, I kept hearing about. I kept hearing how fun it was, so I figured why not get it. I thought it was going to be tame, but no, it's actually not. It's insane, this film. Freaky. Basically, this girl, she switches bodies with this serial killer played by Vince Vaughn, and he's going around killing people. It's definitely an insane film. But that's freaky. Killer Switch edition. In terms of features, you get deleted scenes. Also includes split personalities, Millie versus the Butcher, Christopher Landon's brand of horror, feature commentary, and more. So there's that. And the next one that I got, this is one that I've heard good things about. I never actually have sat down and watched it, but I figured why not give it a watch, and that is Smile, which I don't know much about. I will give it a watch and I'll give my thoughts on it. But Smiles basically could be good. You get the 4K, Ultra HD, and digital code. So there's that. In terms of features, you get the original short film that this was based on. Commentary by director Parker Finn. Something's Wrong with Rose. Making Smile. Files on the Wall. Inside the Score. Deleted Seats with optional commentary by director Parker Finn. Could be very good. I'll definitely give it a watch. I know there's some sticker on it. I'm afraid to take it off. Okay, not taking it off. No, we're leaving it on. I don't want to take it off and destroy the slipcover, but that's Smile. I don't know why they had to put it there. And now to the last Blu-ray I got. And this is one that I've heard is fine. I don't hear it's the greatest thing ever, but I'll give it a watch, and that is White House. Kate Beckinsale in the snow. You can get a nice scene of her in her underwear, so what's there to not be so shitty about? But could be fun for what it is. Could offer up a fun time. I'll give this a watch and see how it is. But got other people in here. Gabriel Mack, Columbus Short. Tom Skerritt's in this? Wow. Could be good. But that is... And John Frizzell does the score. He did a great job with Ghost Ship. And believe it or not, this is White Castle, same company who did Ghost Ship. So, could be pretty good. Definitely could be. So, I'll give this a watch and see how it is. Not really much for features, just additional scenes. Basically, the writer and artist chronicles getting this to the screen. And that's pretty much it for features. This is one that I kept hearing about. I know that friends of mine love this film. I don't know much about it. I'll give it a watch and see how it is. But it is none other than Malignant. This is a James Wan movie, basically, where this girl, she's being chased by this killer. Could be fun. I'll definitely give this a watch and see how it is. Looks very creepy. I hear it's bloody, so... We'll definitely give this a watch. I thought it was going to be some possession movie, but it's not, because the cover makes it look like that. But could be a lot of fun. But I'll definitely give this a watch and see how it is. But in terms of features, I know there's more on the Blu-ray. It just has James Wan's vision, groundbreaking filmmaker James Wan. It takes us behind the scenes of the film, and that's pretty much it. Now, just 3 left. 3 DVDs left. And this is one that I've been looking for a while. I never get the hate this film gets. I'm sorry. I don't. I love this one. Super Mario Brothers. I'm not alone on this, too. I have friends who enjoy this, so don't go saying you're alone on that. I'm not alone. Sorry to say, buddy. I like this movie. I do. I know there was problems behind the scenes. It doesn't show up in the final film. I have fun with this. I like the cast. I like the effects. I like the look of it. Dennis Hopper is a blast. I don't care how, like, the misshaped heads of the Goombas looked. I like John Leguizamo as Luigi. Yes, it's not the video game, but you know what? You couldn't do the video game around that time. And I think this is as fun as it gets. I like it. I hate the overblown hate that this film gets with people saying this is one of the worst movies ever made. And the worst video game movie. I'm sorry. Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain, and so many others are worse than this movie. I agree with that there. Sadly, no features. This needs a new DVD. And 2 more left. And this next one that I got, this is one that I heard about on a channel called Almost Called Classics. And it looked like a funny film, so I figured why not get it. My Blue Heaven, directed by Herbert Ross. Basically, Steve Martin is a gangster, and this cop's trying to keep an eye on him. That's basically the plot of the movie. And it looks funny. Could be funny. Got a good cast. Rick Moranis, Joan Cusack, Carol Kane, Melanie Marin, and William Hickey. May he rest in peace. Could be a lot of fun. Sadly, another one with no features. And last but not least, this is one that I've heard amazing things about, and I just had to get it. The Collector. I want to watch this sometime and give my thoughts on it. I was going to review it for Halloween, but with life and everything, work getting in the way, I couldn't get around to it, which saddens me because this looks like a badass movie. Basically, this guy in a house gets attacked by this other dude who comes in and is killing the family, and he's setting these traps up. It's an R-rated Home Alone. But that's The Collector. A lot of features too. Alternate ending, deleted scenes, soundtrack, song preview, commentary by filmmakers, Nico Vega, music video, Beast. But it could be fun. Definitely could be awesome, especially with what I've been hearing. But that is all what I've gotten these past few months, and my God, is it insane. I'm definitely glad with some of the stuff that I got. I'm glad what's about to come. Pretty soon I gotta do some stuff in the closet too, but this has been insane. I loved what I got. These are some of the best pickups I made. But for right now, if you guys have seen any of those films, tell me in the comments below. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for my review of Fallout 3. I'll be shooting that tonight, and I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.